Wow, bro. Come on. I got 2016 Hyundai Elantra 1.8, 1.7 coming in for a rack and pinion job. I say it's a rack and pinion because every time he steer his steering wheel, it makes this cracking sound. Not like a gear sound, but it's more like a hydraulic sound. A hydraulic that's gone bad. So I'm gonna check the rack and pinion. The CV axle is good. It's not making any. Yeah, it's not making any vibration or whatnot. So it's definitely not the CV axle. So the CV axle is bad when you're trying to make a sharp. When you're trying to make a sharp turn, and you hear this kind of like a riding a horse sound, like tuk, 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 tuk. That's what it sounds like if the axles are bad. And you'll see that on the side of the booth is splattered with grease. But in this car, everything it's clean. So it's definitely not the axle, definitely not the control arm, because the control arm only happens when you go on a bump. And his description, and when I test drove it, it happens when you make a turn. So when you're making a turn on the car, majority of the time, it's the axles or the rack and pinion. And this one, I would believe that the rack and pinion is seized. So first thing I'm gonna do is to use one of these. So every time I do a rack and pinion job, I always have to make sure the steering wheel is straight, so that when I bring it to the alignment shop, they don't have to complain about, not being able to straighten out the steering wheel before they could actually align it. So I will show you how to use this. It's fairly simple. Make sure that the steering wheel is straight. So when you pull up to the lift or wherever you're working on your car, make sure that your steering wheel is actually straight. What you do is you press this knob, push the rod, and it'll create the pressure. See? Place this on the steering wheel, keep it in place, and then press the knob and push the rod. This will create pressure to hold the steering wheel, and you won't have any problem when you're dealing with the rack and pinion. So yeah, to get that one bolt out, you're gonna have to go to the driver's side, and you will see this. You see that one bolt underneath the brake pedal. It's not gonna be the gas pedal. It's behind this brake pedal. Okay, you see it? That's the bolt right there. That's holding the rack and pinion and the steering wheel. It's 12. God, I can't even see it that far. I'm blind. So make sure that you have the steering wheel holder. Okay, get extension. That's about it. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna go lift the car up again and take out the rack and pinion. Okay, make sure you don't forget this bolt. This bolt, just leave it here so you don't lose it. Also, today is the 24th of January. It's supposed to have a snowstorm tonight, and I'm here working with no heater on. Please do not try this at home. If you do, you gotta make sure you have a lot of jack that's gonna support the car or even the subframe. Because I think I'm gonna have to drop the subframe just a little bit. Safety first. Safety. Don't do it. But watch the rest of my video first, just so you can have an idea on how to do it. Not only how I do it, but see if you can struggle with me, because I'm not gonna skip through the whole process. I want y'all to see exactly the struggle on how to take out on one of these rack and pinions. All right, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take out the cotter pin on these outer tie rods. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Take out both of them. We'll start with the outer tie rod. Just grab your cutter and take out the cutter pin. I gotta take out the bolt. This is 17. Yep, 17. Oh shit. I'll put the bolt back so it doesn't damage the thread when I hammer this outer tie rod. It's just a self-assurance so that when I hammer it. Cutter pin out. I always like to position myself inside of the, underneath the car, coming from this way. Always point here. Yeah, you use your, you aim like this, you're about to hit it. Make sure you have a good aim, man. Don't be like banging these metals. Make sure you just aim for this. You aim for the knuckle. You aim for the knuckle, not the outer tie rod, all right? The knuckle. Aim here. You aim here, not here. Because if you hit this, it's gonna break the outer tie rod. Unless you're replacing this, then you can. But if you're gonna use the same old one, use hammer it on the knuckle, all right? All right, that's nice. Got the bolt out. Let's get it. There you go. When you're doing this, you gotta make sure you don't create more. There's 4 bolts holding the rack and pinion, right? There's 2 on each side. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take out this. There's a 10 here. It's kind of like it's a shield. So there is 1, 2, 3. There's 3 bolts of 10 that we need to take out for the shield. I will be using a ratcheting just because I don't have much of a space. Okay, then I use, I don't know, you just take it out there. This is not the part, so take it out however you want. Take it out however you like. Oh, this is a perfect opportunity. Oh, this is a perfect opportunity to show you guys one of my tools. All right, so I have this tool on Snap-on. Let me see. So I have this tool from Snap-on. It's a very small pneumatic tool. This one is a 3/8, and I could use it on a very tight spots. So if you guys want to get it from Snap-on or Blue Point, it's a very handy tool. Snap-on tools, man, I really like this one. Okay, I'm not sponsored by Snap-on. I bought all these tools by you know, with my own money. I just like the tool, so I'm sharing with you guys. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. All right, so here we at. We got the bolt that's holding the rack and pinion and the steering wheel. Now what we're gonna do is, I feel like it's not gonna go anywhere. So what we could do is we're gonna lower the subframe just a little bit. So we need like a jack stand. We need a jack stand. We need another jack, or in my case, I got one of these. For me, safety is the most important part. So I always have this tool just in case something would drop. Just be safe, man. All right, so to lower the subframe, there's one bolt here. There's one, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 bolts on each side. What we're gonna do is just lower the subframe just a little bit, maybe like an inch or 2, but we'll see. We're also going to take out this mount, this bolt, so that it could lower perfectly without any restriction. So grab your gun, let's start losing. These are 19 bolts. So, oh shit, that went pretty fast. That was too fast. See, this is why you gotta have something underneath that holds the subframe. Oh, I gotta take this one out. The ones on the side, forgot about those. That looks like a 14 socket, 14 bolt. Yeah, these ones, you gotta take it out. Always make sure you have a stand, a jack, whatever that holds the subframe. Like I said, safety first is the priority here. We gotta take this, the middle portion. Oh, I don't have to do the trick. This is the reason why you always have to have something that will support your subframes. Because look, now it's starting to go down. Okay, that's what you want. Now we can get the rack and pinion out. Man, this thing might not even enough. Actually, the subframe's not gonna fall down on you quick, that fast, if you have the support. But I think on this one, we might actually need to drop. We might need to take out the actual bolts for it. All right, it's not a bad deal. As long as you have a support in your subframe, should be good. Get 2 of them if you have to. Okay. All right, so watch this. Watch this. This is the reason why you have to have a support on your subframe. Okay, you see that? See that part? You don't see that part. No, the angle is off. This is what I'm talking about right here. See that? That's out. Just a little more. See it? That's what I'm talking about. Now I can move the rack and pinion out. Oh shit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I can move it back and forth. I'm gonna take the subframe out on the driver's side. It's the closest. See that? Fairly easy. Now, if it still doesn't come out, just drop the subframe just a little more. A couple inches, maybe an inch or two. There. Y'all see that? See, we're still gonna use the outer tie rods, which is the reason why I didn't want to break it. It does not have the housing. So what I'm gonna do now is take out the old one. Man, how can I take this out without actually destroying the plastic, you know? Just pry this out. Not too much, but enough to get, it's just a cover anyways. I'm gonna see if I can hammer it out. Just tap it gently. Just tap it gently and it should come off, and it should come right off. Okay. So all of my videos, I'm actually working, so I don't have time to do this twice. I like to knock out my stuff one time. This doesn't really matter which direction it goes to. It's just a cover. What matters is settled there properly. This is good, this is good, this part's not good. Yep, everything is good now. I like to align my rack and pinion and then line them up. Okay, so what I'll do in this part is something I like to keep the alignment as close as possible to the original one. So this is the trick that I do, not a trick, but a guideline that I use so that I don't confuse myself when I'm doing a rack and pinion job. I always mark this groove, count how many grooves are there, and label it. This is a left, so this is gonna be the driver's side. I count the grooves from the bottom to up to where the bolt is at. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 grooves. I'll mark it up. 6. Damn. Oh, fuck, bro. Come on. There you go. Like this. It has 6. We'll mark it up twice because I don't want to lose it. I have enough problems already. I do not want to add more. If I can avoid it just by taking a picture or marking some stuff out, I will do it. I'm just as human as you guys are. Start from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Shit, I got confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 in this one. Seems like a very straightforward video. It's just straight. It feels like it's not straight because the length of this. So this is not even straight, man. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take out the outer tie rods. Is it 24? All right, so that's 24. And I will use my adjustable wrench on this side. So, is that centered? All right, pay attention. So 24 in the big nut. And then adjustable wrench on the outer tie rod. So, if you're trying to lose the bolt, you're gonna have to push the 24 bolt or the inner bolt. So it's gonna go far apart instead of getting close together. Yeah. So this is 7 grooves. I'm gonna count this up, counting from top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get the bolt back up. So this technique is just a way for me to not get confused, and also to make it easier for the alignment guy to align this rack and pinion. Because sometimes when you change the rack and pinion and this thing is not as close as possible to the old one, the alignment is not as close as possible to the old one, the alignment guy wouldn't normally tell you to get the rack and pinion or the steering wheel straight or leveled. Came across, I've done a lot of those rack and pinions, and my alignment guy keeps telling me I need to make sure my steering wheel is straight as possible so they don't have to make any adjustment and charge me extra. And trust me, I don't want to spend more money. All right, let's go to the next side. Same as usual, 24 bolt. Keep in mind that I'm not even tightening this side yet. I will do that once the rack and pinion is in the car. This one's gonna be getting close together. So that's going far apart. This one is getting close together. Okay, this one is 6 thread. So same as the other one. Close that gap. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 4, 5, 6. That's close enough. Again, we're gonna lower the subframe again to a point that we have enough space to insert the rack and pinion. Okay, make sure that you have a jack or a jack stand or something that will keep you safe from the subframe dropping onto your face, because it does happen and that shit hurts like a bitch. So, safety first, and just be careful. This is a good angle, but I think it's better if I could show you coming from this angle and how I'm going to maneuver it. Alright, that's the rack and pinion. How low is the subframe? You gotta keep it lower. How low can you go? Alright, that's way too low. Okay, as low as possible is better. go. I think it would be better if we could put those bolts now, since there's a lot more space. So right now the subframe is dropped and I'm gonna put all the bolts back together. It's a lot easier. It's always about access. You know, how if the access I guess the moral of the story is the better the access, the easier the job. Make space to make your life a lot easier. So if you have to take something out and you have to force it out of the car, you're gonna have a hard time putting the same part back in. Sometimes this is not about the cars, but this one is about the cars. All right, so I got all the bolts. This one, what we're gonna do next is we're going to install the subframe, align it. We're doing the long bolts. These are 19 and it goes here on the rear side. It's gonna be one of each. Make sure you thread it first, man, because it's super hard to fix a subframe bolt. I've done a lot of them, and sometimes one bolt takes like 3 to 4 hours. It's super hard. I don't want to do it again.
Yo, what's up?
Oi. What is that?
How you doing, Jared?
Oh, what's up, Nash?
How you doing?
Hey, 17 bolts, 19 bolts. Oh, these are 19, sorry. Subframe bolts are 19. Make sure you put all the bolts first before tightening everything. That's always the rule, or my rule. So make sure you put all the bolts first before tightening everything. That's always the rule, or my rule. So I make sure so that I know all my bolts are aligned. Something that my father taught me. All right, so the subframe, the motor mount is not aligned, but that's an easy part. Because at this point, we could actually pry the engine. See that? Easy, man, easy. Don't be scared. I got you, man, I got you. All right, then just gun it. Leave that 17 bolt. So yeah, don't forget to put that one bolt on the rack and pinion. I'm just ready to go home. Call it a day. Okay. Make sure that bolt is really tight. If that bolt's not tight, you're gonna hear it like a metal to metal sound, which is weird. You won't be able to find it and then realize that's the bolt that should have been really tight. What we're gonna do next is put the outer tie rod don't need this light here anymore. I'm gonna take it out. All right, so when installing the outer tie rod, and do I have the right focus? Yeah. All right, so when installing the outer tie rod, you will not miss it because the outer tie rod is actually molded so that it's tapered. So just find the tapered angle. Oh man, this is a problem right here. So look at this. I'm installing the rack and pinion, and this thing is, I'm just installing one side for now, because if you look at it, this wheel is not even straight. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna try to straighten the wheel, at least close enough. Okay, that looks straight. And then after that, I'm gonna install the other side. That I know that this side is almost as straight when you install the rack and pinion. See that? It's tapered. Remember, it's gonna go at the bottom. It's not perfectly aligned, but it does give you a little bit of wiggle room. Yeah. I'm gonna have to take it out and just move it a little bit. Okay, that's too much. Just one turn. There you go. This is just an indication on how close. This is just a way of me to see how close it's gonna be. This is just an indication for me to see how close it is to be aligned. And I should be able to bring the car to the alignment shop. Okay. Now we're gonna tighten in the outer tie rod. So this is the end of the video on how to replace your rack and pinion on 2016 Hyundai Elantra. If you guys watched to the end of this video, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. If you have any comments, concern, let me know. Or if you guys just want to say hi to me, just let me know. Write that down in the comment section, man. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, ito ayos ang ano mo ah. Bonnet mo ah.
Kay Mrs.
Glitter.
Kay Mrs.
Ito. Punta na. Nag-ano?
Oh, Chris.
Teka. Bukas natin, Chris. Uy! Nag-glitter oh.